Welcome back to a new episode. I am Brian, and I am the Unskilled Commander. So, Unskilled Commander is designed to help learn my decks and see where the weaknesses are, and hopefully maybe you guys will get something out of it too, and learn a little bit about your decks and how to fix possible problems so that you can compete better with your friends and at stores and your local game store and stuff like that. This is match 2 of our Mirror, Dragons, Squirrels, Tokens decks. You'll remember them from the very first episode. So here's the next matchup. Squirrels won pretty soundly last time, although it was a exceptionally long episode, and I do apologize for that. I'm trying to, speed these up. So to that end, let's get started. First, we need to see who goes first. 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Dragons goes first again, as they did last time. I believe that's because I messed up the numbering, but we're just going to keep this as quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. Brian, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to draw for turn. We're going to play, oops, that is, they stuck together, so unfortunately I saw the next card. So we got Path of Ancestry, comes in tapped, and it's add 1 mana of any color from your commander's identity. So it's going to tap for blue or red. Pass turn. Draw a card, did it again. Whoops, hang on. Wow, I'm trying to go too fast at this point. So we're going to play Evolving Wilds. We're going to crack, sack it, crack-a-lacka, and go get, a forest. Since that's what I found first, that'll work. And at least this way, that other card that I already saw, which was a forest as a matter of fact, I am shuffling away, so I do not know what the next card is in this deck, at least. I know it's a land over there, but I don't think that's going to affect things all that much. Pass turn. Draw. Hey, I only grabbed 1 card this time. Great. Mountain for turn. We're going to tap it for a Wayfarer's Bauble. Pay 2 and crack it, then you can go get a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped. Pass turn. Speed magic. Not really, but trying to keep things moving. All right. We're going to play Desert of the True. Comes in tapped. It's also a cycle land, but we're not going to worry about that. I don't think I ever really used that. Pass again. Yeah, give me that. Give me that land that I know was already there. So we're going to go and play this Swift Water Cliffs. Comes in tapped, but when it does come in, I gain a life. I'm winning, guys. I'm winning. Pass turn. All right, so untap, draw. We're going to play Swarmyard. Taps for a colorless, but you can tap it and then regenerate target insect, rat, spider, or, more importantly, squirrel. I'm going to tap both of these to play Environmental Sciences. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then gain 2 life. I'm going to go ahead and get, in fact, hang on. Let's see what we got. I've got 1 of each in my hand. No, I have a bunch of forests. So we're going to go ahead and get a swamp to try and balance out our numbers when we're playing this deck. So there we go. That's going to go in my hand. Now let me shuffle up real quick here. And see, this is the kind of thing that if I had editing software, I could edit out the shuffling, which would probably help, speed up the games by like 10 minutes. But whatever. So it's going to go to my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I do have 7 cards, but I don't have to discard down. All right. Pass turn. Untap. Draw. I'm going to play the forest for turn. And then I'm going to go ahead and tap 2 and sacrifice the Wayfarer's Bauble to search my library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, tap, shuffle library. So I currently have 1 of each again in my hand, but my mana costs pretty spread out right now. So, but I'm going to go with green. Because let's be honest, if you have a green deck, green mana is probably always what you're going to need the most of. So it's a safe bet. So once again, shuffle super quick here. Super quick with the shuffling. Get on with it. And pass turn. Untap. Draw. I'm going to play this island for turn. I do not have a 2-drop of any note, so I'm going to have to pass, unfortunately. Untap, upkeep, draw. We're going to go ahead and play an island, so I have some balance out for that. Now, we're going to go, luckily I just drew a 3-drop, so we're going to play that. Red, 2 others for Gutter Snipe. This is a pretty popular card for what he does, especially in instant and sorcery heavy decks, which this technically really isn't, but still helps. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, Gutter Snipe deals 2 damage to each opponent, and he's a 2/2, so decent blocker and does some nice damage. The crux of what, like, as I told you in the first matchup of this is meant to be play a bunch of dragons, use that ability to smash people in the faces for the converted mana cost, mana value, whatever of each dragon I play. However, I liked that idea of smacking a bunch of people, so I put as many cards as I could that made sense that were deal damage to each player when something happens. So one of the reasons why Gutter Snipe is in there. So we're going to pass turn. Untap. Upkeep, draw. I am going to play a swamp for turn. And, yeah, I guess the smart play is to go ahead and get the commander out. So that A, we have a blocker, and B, if we start to play things that make squirrel tokens or tokens of any kind, he'll start triggering. Pass turn. All right, I'm going to play second mountain. We're going to, this is going to be, all right, this will work. We're going to tap 2 red to play Ordeal of Mountain's Blaze. Now that I think about it, should I be playing Mince and Boo first? Most likely, because it will make a 4/4 trampoline. But this early in the game, I still want to be focusing on mana ramp and just mana fixing. So the other 2 to play a Moss Diamond. No, enters tapped, but it taps for 1 green. So I have a blocker with a big butt, so 1/3, that's not bad. Plus, I can pay a red and 2 others and discard a card to draw a card. So if I've got a card that's like completely useless at this stage of the game, dump it and draw a new card. Card draw is extremely important in most Magic formats, especially on a consistent basis. It's one thing to play a spell that's like 3 mana to draw 2 cards or 3 cards ideally, something like that. It's good as long as you're ending up with more cards than when you started with the spell. But something that stays on the field and draws you cards, that's incredibly important. I've learned that much. So we're going to pass. All right, Mir, what do you got? We're drawing. And we will go ahead and play an Ancient Den. Do I have anything for 3? I do. We're going to tap all 3 for a Commander Sphere. Artifact that taps for 1 color, 1 mana of any color in my commander's identity. So it can tap for any of those 3 colors, red, white, or blue. And you can sacrifice it to draw a card if you get into a tight spot and you're like not doing anything, you're top decking, you need some, and you've got plenty of lands, sacrifice it, draw some cards. We'll draw a card, rather. All right, but still defenseless, not good, so we're going to pass. All right, hopefully I'm not going too fast at this point. Again, that's what the comments are for. Be like, yo, slow down, we're okay with slightly longer games as long as it's, interesting. Or maybe you're like, no, screw that, go faster. I getcha, So we're going to play Fabled Passage and crack it to get a basic mountain. But it will come in tapped, but because I have 3 other lands, or because that will be the 4th land, it will untap. So, mountain comes in tapped, untapped. Cool, now I've got 4 mana to play with. Almost ready to play my commander. That's good. But you will notice that will be on turn 5, which is, on par. It needs to be faster than that. It should be turn 3, really, or 4. So, what do I have? Okay, we're going to play. Yes, this will work excellent. We're going to tap blue, 1 other, and 1 other for Thirst for Discovery, but this is the vampire version, Search the Count's Castle. Instant. So, of course, instant, I could do this at, his end step, so that my land then untaps, and I can then do stuff with it, with the cards I draw. That's actually probably the right way to do it. So I probably should hold off on that. You know what? All right. Just for learning's sake, because again, that is what this is for, to learn how to play Magic better, not just make better decks. So I will hold off. I don't want to sacrifice, I don't want to swing into anybody and leave myself open, so I will go ahead and pass. Untap. Upkeep. We're going to play draw, upkeep, untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to play a land for turn. Got plenty of lands in my hands, that's for sure. Then we're going to play this in prep for the future. So we've got a green and one other to play Primal Rage. All creatures I control have trample. That's going to hopefully come in handy in the future. All right, so I could swing into over there or even try and swing into one of these two, make them sacrifice their creature. But whenever it's the beginning of the game, most people will just take the hit and leave the creature because it's probably useful for something. And then I would just get hit back by maybe even both of them. So pass turn. Leave the shields up, as it were, and keep going. All right. Going to play a forest for turn. I believe at this point we're going to want to do 2 and 2 and play 2 and 2 Mince and Boo, which then creates a Boo token. I'm going to maintain priority on my Planeswalker, plussing them up to 4 to then give a little Boo Boo over here 3+1/+1 counters. He now is a 4/4 with trample and haste. Now I also have a blocker at this point, so I can start swinging. Again, regrettably, Boo does not count as commander damage. That would really help if it did. But I'm not as, Now, as we all know, you're not supposed to hold grudges across games. So this is matchup 2 of these 4 decks, but I shouldn't automatically be like, kill Chatterfang because he screwed us last time. But that's not a horrible idea because could go for that because, oh, you're empty. And that's a valid choice, but at the same time, it's like, well, you're empty. You're literally not doing anything. There's no cards over there that are part of a combo. There's nothing that makes that deck threatening, so why bother at this point? Unless they were to just do nothing but leave themselves open and play a ton of land and then drop everything in at once, you're really not you're gonna know when they start to go off or start to do anything. So I think our threats are over here. And like I said, with a blocker, you do want to start swinging at this point, especially since Boo can take out either one of these creatures. So I'm going to... Okay, so right now, Chatterfang is a 3/3, and I do have Forest, so he does have Forest Walk on me. So he can hit me no matter what, which I believe I I didn't forget. I was going to leave him open. So we're going over here. We're coming at you. Now, Chatterfang can't destroy Boo, so I can block it. But it's not commander damage. And at this point, again, we realize that Chatterfang can get in with commander damage unblocked. So why risk him? We're going to go ahead and take the 4 damage down to 36. All right, that's all they could do. Passing to our Myr friends over here. If you'll remember from match 1, Myr didn't do much, and I don't know, we're not looking too good so far either, and I'm not liking that. Let's see, we're going to go and play a Darksteel Citadel, Indestructible. Now, I do not have, well, I guess I do have all the colors of my commander, but do I have anything else? That actually is an interesting idea. All right, we're going to try that. We're going to tap for blue, and then 3 others to play Tezzeret Artifice Master. Going to maintain priority on Yon Master. If I can find the 6, there it is. We're going to +1 him to 6 to create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. That is important because flying is always something that you want for the most part, because most creatures are on the ground and they don't have reach. If you've got flying, even if they're little tiny creatures, they're going to start piping in on people. And this deck has buff spells for colorless creatures, that could actually add up pretty nicely. So I'm going to put this 1/1 here. I don't have a token for it right now. I definitely have Thopter tokens somewhere, but they're just not right here. I will get them for next time. I'm going to use this cool electro dice and represent a 1/1 flying Thopter. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. We're going to go ahead and play an island. So it's 1, 2, 3. Now, I can play my commander. It's probably in my best interest to do that next. Not gonna lie. But, again, no one's getting too crazy just yet, so I kind of want to do some other stuff. I kind of want to do 1, 2, 3 for a Bonder's Ornament, which taps for 1 of any color, or you can pay 4 and tap it for each player with a Bonder's Ornament to draw a card. Newsflash, guys. For some reason, most people don't run Bonder's Ornament. It's all about Arcane Signet and Soul Ring. They're cheaper and faster, yes, but this is only 3. Taps for any color, 1 mana of any color, and because most people don't run it, if you use its ability, you're the only one drawing cards. I'm not really seeing a downside to it. Because most mana rocks are 3 drops, so what's the harm? And to that end, I'm going to tap 3, 1 of which being a blue, to now play... Oh my gosh, I forgot to do that. See? See? Now, part of this is because I'm playing 4 decks. Sorry, talking too much, which you're probably agreeing with, but playing 4 decks makes it difficult to remember everything. And you know what? Let's be honest. I don't remember if I left the mana open properly to do it on the end step like I should have, so screw it. We're doing it now. Thirst for Discovery. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 unless you discard a basic land. I'm drawing 3. Awesome. Not great. I'm going to go ahead and discard a basic land, so that's all I have to discard. But yeah, I just got 2 lands and a Traveler's Amulet. I mean, it'll be good ramp-wise for when I get some dragons, but also the important part is that I just drew 3 cards, so that accelerated me by 3 cards, so maybe I have some dragons coming up next. I played a instant, and really that should have been on the cast trigger. So I cast Thirst for Discovery. Everybody takes 2 damage, but me. So down to 38. Down to 38. And down to 34. Right? Yes. Okay. Then it resolves. Then I discard the island. Pass turn. So we're untapping upkeep. No upkeep triggers yet. Drawing a card. Okay, we're getting lots of lands. Not again, not horrible really, but yeah, kind of horrible at this point because I have like essentially nothing but lands. Yeah, that's not going to be helpful at this point. I'm definitely going to want to hold on to this card. I've got Deli Rollick in my hand. If you control your commander, you can play it for free. You don't have to pay its mana cost. Exile target creature. I'm going to want to wait until he starts playing the dragon. But he doesn't know that, so when I come to that turn again, I got to play the dragon. But yeah, really don't want to do anything right now, so pass. Untap. Upkeep. No upkeep triggers. Draw a card. So we're going to go ahead and play a mountain for turn. Okay. Interesting. We're going to tap 3 green to play Llanowar Tribe, which taps for 3 green. Now, of course, it can't do that right this second, but that's okay, because then we're going to tap 3 more to play Hordling Outburst. Put 3 1/1 red goblin creature tokens onto the battlefield. Why don't we have any goblin tokens out? That's dumb. So, okay, we're going to grab one of our turtle dice for that. We're going to grab these cool Thor dice for them. So that is three 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. Now we're going to go ahead and plus you to give another 3 counters onto Boo. He is now a 7/7 with trample and haste. That's starting to get dangerous. We're going to move to combat. I'm going to swing back at, Chatterfang over here. Because again, he's going to come at me. It's the smart move. Once there's other creatures to use as blockers for everybody else, you got to go swing in and get rid of the Forest Walk. But I don't want to waste them. So I'm going to have to take 7. That's dangerous. So that puts me at 30, then down to 27. So not great. Can't do anything else. We're going to pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. All right, we're going to play an Urza's Power Plant. Now this is going to be some helpful. We're going to tap 1, 2, 3 to play Foundry Inspector. Artifact spells I control that you cast cost 1 less to cast. So to that end, I'm going to tap another 2 to play Mere Reservoir. It taps for 2 to my mana pool, but I can only spend that to cast Mirror spells or activated abilities of Mirror, or I can pay 3 and tap it to return target Mirror from my graveyard to my hand. So this is cool. It's a bit of mana ramp. If I actually freaking had some Mirror to play, it would really help accelerate that. So what we are going to do, though, is we are going to... that's probably not a bad idea. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're going to 0 affect him. I'm going to draw a card, but if I control 3 or more artifacts, I'm going to draw 2 cards. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts, so I get to draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. All right. I cannot cast this any of these right now, but they are decent. They will be helpful. Okay. Now I do have a flyer, but it's just a 1/1, and again, you don't want to start getting too much attention by definitely not smacking that dude. And just hitting anybody else for 1 at this point in the game is kind of unimportant. So we're going to pass, gang. So what do you think? Would you be doing anything differently so far with these decks? By all means, leave something in the comments. Do try and be respectful. I'm hoping at this point no one's been rude jerks, but drawing a card, who knows, right? It's the internet. I'm assuming if I do have any viewers, probably half of them are trolls trying to tell me how horrible I am at this game. Newsflash, genius, I know. That's why I'm doing this. So we're going to go ahead and play an island for turn. I'm going to tap one of those islands to play the Traveler's Amulet I got. And then we're going to tap another island to sacrifice said Traveler's Amulet to search for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into my hand. That will be a mountain going into my hand. Quick shuffle as best I can here with these penny sleeves. All right, so the mountain goes to my hand for later. That's an artifact that doesn't trigger him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do still have 5 mana open, which is awesome. Yeah, how did I get that far? We're going to cast him, which we know is, we know that's going to be a bad idea, but we do not know that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dragon's Legacy. Not much else I can do. We're going to pass turn. So untap over here. Now, first of all, was that spell? Yeah, see, Deadly Rollick is an instant, so we're going to go ahead and, in response to, Dragon's Legacy coming in, hitting the battlefield, we're going to cast Deadly Rollick and exile it. So it just goes back to the command zone. You son of a... Yep, sorry. Gonna go, this time we're gonna grab one of our Spidey dice and use that to denote that we have to pay 2 extra mana to cast him next turn. So that kind of sucks because we did have a dragon card in the hand, so it would have been, we would have started to go off over there to a degree. Now we're a turn back, But that's magic, ladies and gentlemen. You have a plan, it gets shite on by someone else's plan. So pass to the Squirrel Commander. We're going to draw a card. We're going to play another land because that is all I'm getting. Not cool. Yeah, so see, here's what we're talking about. If you remember from the first matchup, Squirrels, by this time, Squirrels were starting to go off with some Squirrels. Now, I'm getting nothing but land. This hand is 1, 2, 3, 4 lands, and a card that I could play, but it's not going to benefit me right now. Shamanic Revelations. Draw a card for each creature I control. I only have 1 creature. It's not really worth it to spend 5 mana to draw 1 card. So we're going to have to go ahead and pass. That is giving Mince and Boo the time it needs to start ramping up on its side. Trying to make amends for last game, I guess. So untap, upkeep, draw. Okay, now this could be interesting. So we're going to, oh, this could be very interesting. We're going to tap 2, and, oops, so 2 and 1 more, so that's 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Goblin Offensive for 7. Put 7 1/1 red Goblin creature tokens on the battlefield, baby. So we're going to use some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. dice, some Avengers dice. In case you're wondering, these dice came with I'm not sure what the best way to say them, but it's from HeroClix, the little packs that come with like those coins or whatever, token placeholders. They normally come with dice that represent the set, like a Superman or a Spider-Man. That's where I mainly got them, for the dice, to be honest with you guys. We're also going to do some New Dimension Comics dice, also with the playmat there. That's a local comic shop here around here. It's really nice. It's actually got like 6 stores, so they are pretty awesome. Doing another one of the Electro dice. And we got some cool silver dice. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now this is good because we got 7, 8, 9, 10 goblins. And that's going to be some interesting stuff going on here because of another card I got in this hand, which I will tell you is Colossus Design. Creatures you control get plus X or plus X, where X is the devotion to green. Now currently that's only 4, but that would make all these creatures 5/5s. So that's a pretty nice slam on my next turn on somebody. Could almost kill somebody theoretically. So let's see what happens. To that end, we're going to go ahead and +1 Minsk, giving him another 3, jumping him up to a 10/10. Now here's where things get dicey. Obviously, we're going to go to combat. And we're going to keep, well, that is an excellent point. You are not a threat. Planeswalker on the field could be. And because that's just going to keep letting him draw cards and make Thopters to have to attack with. Probably not something we want to let happen. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to swing Boo at Tezzeret. And there's really not, I mean, it's a 10/10, Tezzeret's at 6. Blocking with a 1/1's not going to do anything. I could stack block theoretically, it would soak up 4 of the 10, 6, nope, that would still kill him. So just let it all happen. It's okay, let it happen. Apologies. So yep, Tezzeret's gone. My only token generator over there has bit the dust. And Mince and Boo is gearing up to do some slamming. Pass turn. Now what I'm going to want to do for sure on next turn over there is try to play as many green spells as I can so that that +1/+1 bump, or +X/X, really hits as hard as possible. So upkeep, draw. Going to play Ruins of Oran Reef, comes in tapped. Now here's something I haven't been paying much attention to. I have a Mana Tithe over here. Counter target spell unless its controller plays 1. Most of us have enough to do that at this point, but making someone pay extra for a spell is almost as good as countering the spell completely because then they can play less things. we're going to go ahead and... do I have red? I can make red. So we're going to make red and white, and then 1, 2, 3 to do Lorehold Command. I can choose 2. All right, so we're going to create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Darn it, I really should have these tokens in. I actually went through my decks and tried to give them all the tokens they needed, but I just must have missed some of these, because this is not the first time for Mirror that it had tokens that are not Mirror, basically. So that's the one thing. I'm making a 3/2. And then what else do I want to do? I can sacrifice a permanent, then draw 2 cards. That's not horrible. But still, I don't have that many. So create Lorehold deals 3 damage to any target, and target player gains 3 life. So obviously, I'm going to gain 3 life up to 34. But who or what do I want to take 3 damage? See, now this is going to totally screw up that move, but that's probably the smart thing to do. That is giving him 3 green mana every turn, which is allowing him to play, what he just played, all kinds of big stuff. So we probably want to blast that with 3 damage. So now you are down to 1 devotion to green. Everything's going to get +1/+1. That's not worth it at that point. So you, Mirror, just bought us some time by doing that unbeknownst to you. Okay, I do have a flyer. Yeah, I'm really kind of disappointed that you guys aren't seeing Mirror in my Mirror deck in both of these matches, but maybe 3, and maybe that's something I'll have to tear apart the Mirror deck for and figure out what's wrong. But let's see. He really hasn't done anything, and my personality, I'm like, I want to do something this game. I'm going to swing the 1/1 at you because you were at 41 life in the air. Sure, I'll take it. No biggie. So that is no longer able to block, and I'm going to pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. We're going to go ahead and play a mountain for turn. So we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is enough to play the commander again with the commander tax. Stop that dice. Stop that dice. He's getting away. All right, but regrettably, that is all I can do. Yeah, I should... little tidbit into my knowledge, it's like I have Crash Through. Creatures you control gain trample at the end of turn and draw a card. I tend to use that as just a card draw spell when I need it, but I'm hoping I can get a couple dragons out and then play it so that they actually... I mean, they're flyers, so they don't necessarily need the trample, but, we'll see what we can do. But again, not much else, so we're going to go ahead and pass turn. Now, I had all this mana open. Yes, okay, there was no reason for that because I couldn't play anything. Draw a card. Oh my god. We'll play a swamp, I guess. Because I am not drawing any freaking cards. Wow. This is super bad. Not fun at all. You know what? I don't even know if it's worth it because trample and doing I could, get real close to killing Cheddarfang on the next turn. And I don't know that it really... Actually, I could. What am I saying? With the thing, yeah. So, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go out swinging. Cheddarfang's going to forest walk for 3 so that you at least take some damage, man. 3 commander, but I don't think it's going to matter after this. Pass turn. You know what's funny is I get upset even though they're all me. It's like, oh man, I'm going to lose. Wait, I'm also going to win. So why are you getting upset? But it's like, to me, it's like I don't like the fact that my decks are not performing perfectly or even good. That's just a thing. It's like I don't want to win because mana flooding. That doesn't show me anything. That doesn't help me. You know, that doesn't show you anything. You know, if you watch the first match, you know Squirrels can be decent. But right now it looks like crap because it literally has got nothing on the field except for one Squirrel. But whatever, that's how things are. So untap, upkeep, we're going to draw. We'll play an Evolving Wilds and crack it for, oops, what is that? Is that a, nope, I was kind of hoping that was a land. We'll go get a forest, most likely. Yep, there we go, forest tapped. Quick shuffle. I'm wondering, I guess maybe I should, like, I don't know, it's up to you guys. If anyone's actually watching, is like, should I, you know, because the shuffling does add a little bit of time. Over, you know, if I shuffle, like, each deck has something that makes me shuffle, could add up like 10, 20, 25 minutes. Should I just not shuffle and pretend I did? Just to help speed these videos up? I don't know. So what do we have? I can destroy target artifact or enchantment. And I can do that, but... So we're going to do this much at least. Tapping for green. That comes in tap then. 1, 2, 3, 4. To play Conclave Naturalist. Probably not the best card for this deck, but I just love that I have the full art. And I got it from the New Dimension Comics a long time ago for playing like in an event. And it was like, you know, it wasn't like a paid event. It was just like a casual night, but, you know, you play it and everyone at the end of the night, it was like, hey, guys, thanks for coming out. Here's some, you know, promo cards. So everyone got like one promo card you got to pick. And I'm like, I just love how it's a beautiful card and I want to use it. So I'm like, I'm putting it in this deck. And that gives you a little window to my deck building. It's like, I like to have fun. I like to play cards that look cool and, you know, but, you know, 5-drop for 4/4 that blows up an artifact or enchantment. It's good, but is it great? I don't know. Probably not. It would have definitely helped the first match when I had to deal with that one, the Beastmaster's Ascension. That would have been great. But anyway, I think I'm going to blow up. It's either Primal Rage or like Foundry Inspector. Well, you know, yeah, dragons. I think I'll blow up Bonder's Ornament just because this is irrelevant. That's just a creature at this point. It helps, but he's not playing anything. You know, so if this was important, he would have a lot more artifacts out. So yeah, I think that's a good idea to slow down the dragon deck. So now I'm going to go to combat. I am going to swing everybody at you. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 1/1s and a 10/10. So it's basically 20 damage. And you are defenseless. So yeah, you take 20 damage. You're down to 7, but that's not all. Because I'm going to now minus down to 4, and I'm going to sacrifice Boo, flinging 10 damage directly at your face, Chatterfang, killing you, and because it's a campster, I get to draw 10 cards. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now obviously I'm going to have to discard down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 cards. These will keep. I don't think destroying land is important at this point. We'll keep a land. Another destruction spell that's, yeah. Artifact, I am up. That is an artifact. Actually, I probably should keep those because artifact deck. Gosh, I'm not even sure. This is going to be tricky. Okay, well, oh no, you sons of bitches. All right, so that's dead. He's dead. I do need to discard down. Once again, perfect time for editing because I'm not sure what I should discard. Let's think about it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 mana. Is anything more than 8 mana? No, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of the lands. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still got to get rid of one more. Yeah, we'll get rid of you, because why not? All right, cool. That was fun, past turn. We've already killed somebody, so... Now, these two decks are shaking in their booties because they're not doing much. So what's going on? Draw a card. We're going to Shrine of the Forsaken Gods for turn, for land. Tap to add 1 to your mana pool. Add 2 to your mana pool, spend it only to cast colorless spells or activate abilities. And activate this ability only if you control 7 or more lands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is active. It is doable. Okay, so artifact spells cost 1 less to cast. So I'm going to tap that for a 1-drop Thought Vessel. We're going to go ahead and tap 1, 2, 3, 2 of which being white for Spear of Heliod. Creatures I control get +1/+1. If I had a whole bunch of Myr out, gosh, that would be super helpful. And then what do I have left? I've got some colorless and some blue, and not enough to do what I have in my hand. So yeah, we're gonna go and send, now that you've got flying now, but you don't, you do? No, they're all goblins. So yeah, 1 damage to you because something's gotta go on here. We're all gonna be screwed thanks to little Minsk and Boo. Past turn. Now, the nice thing is you don't have to worry about politics in watching my games, because I'm not going to be like, hey, Brian, too, don't attack me and I'll do this. It's like, that's kind of dumb at this point. Why would I do that? Draw a card. Play a island for turn. Unfortunate, but sure. Okay, so here's where things start to get a little interesting. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 to play Demanding Dragon. Okay, whenever I cast a dragon spell, Lindsay Lohan over here, Dragon's Legacy, deals damage equal to its mana value to any target. So we're going to do 6 damage, 5 damage to you, Mr. Boo Slinger, over here. So we are going down to 29. Bam. Okay, when Demanding Dragon enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to target opponent unless that player sacrifices a creature. Well, gosh golly. Okay, but hey, you, Minsk and Boo, 5 damage unless you sacrifice a... Yeah, okay. Seems fair. I still have 3 mana left. Wow, a lot of land that I shouldn't have at this point. Yeah, again, with the flying and stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap for red and play Crash Through. Everything I have has trample, but more importantly, I get the draw card. Wait, draw 1 card, thank you. Okay. Interesting. That actually will come in handy soon. Okay, so that's good. I like that. Then we're going to go to combat. You do not have flyers. Yeah, boom. 4 to the face and its commander. So you are down to 5. And then you've got, let's do this because it's faster, 4 Dragon Commander damage. Past turn. Boom, we're going. Hopefully we're going quicker. Feels like we're going quicker, but we might not. I don't know. Untap, upkeep, I make a Boo. Because when it enters the battlefield or at the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a Boo token. So I do. So then I draw. Then we are going to, yeah, probably a good idea. 1, 2, 2 green, and then 1, 2, well, actually we'll do that. No, we should, okay, that. 2 green, and then 1, 2, 3, oh, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For Carnage Tyrant, because if you remember, I still have that buff spell in my hand. So that's going to hopefully help the Green Devotion. Also, it is a trample hexproof 7/6, so not too shabby. I'm going to +1 Mince and Boo to give Boo 3 counters. Again, threat-wise, we've got, I just did a bunch of damage to you, so yeah, totally taking swinging at you. So we're going to go swing and boo. He does not have haste. That is a 4/4, but you have a 5/5. But it's flying, so it's almost not even a point in keeping anything held back, really. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's what I thought. I'm going to swing the board, except for Carnage Tyrant. So what can you do, right? Ah, yes, should we have... Nope. Not going to swing Boo. Boo is better suited to being flung at this point. So it's still everything else. So Demanding Dragon's totally going to block Conclave, blow that thing up. Gutter Snipe can block Oriole. They just exchange, no problems. So then I'm going to take 9 damage. But that's okay, I'm at 40. So we're going to drop down to 31. I think that's acceptable for right now. Especially if I get some more dragons, but no guarantee I will. Alright, that's pretty much all he can do. So boom, pass the turn. Hope I'm not adjusting my volume. I'm still working on that, guys. So I'm not blowing out your eardrums, but also not being so quiet you can't hear me. But untap, upkeep, draw, boom. Not what I need. Where are all the mirror? We got Temple of False Gods, which is online. Whoop-de-doo. Except I can't actually freaking do anything with it. Yeah, tap, and I also don't even have any friggin' red. So tap that for a red, and then tap for a white, and then 1, 2, 3 for Jor-El over here. Jor-Kadeen the Prevailer. It's a 5/4, pretty solid stats. He's got First Strike, also really nice. And Metalcraft, creatures you control get +3/+0 as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4 or more. Yeah, so we're good there. All right, so my creatures are basically getting +4/+1. So that's not shabby. That is quite good. But this is a flyer, so I can leave that open to deal with you. Because that is 3, 4, 5. So it's a 5. It can kill any of your dragons. It will, of course, die because it's but small. But hey. But small, but hey. Whatever. Yeah, okay. Gonna have to hold for right now. Hold! Hold the line! Alright, so I do have Metatide. I need to remember that, so whenever I play a spell, just make someone spend extra. Because why not? Passing turn, drawing, and untapping and such. Let's see. We're gonna play a mountain for turn. And then... Ooh, this is a good one. 1, 2, 3... 4 and I guess it should be 5. Kind of make sure we have multiple things there. So 5 for Dragon Cultist. It's an enchantment. Commander creatures you own have at the beginning of my end step, if a source I control dealt 5 or more damage this turn, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. Boom, that is excellent. However, what did we just say? We're gonna, oh no, did I not even leave the white open? Misplay. I could be like blah blah blah, but I don't know, I missed it. That was stupid. I even called it out to you guys and didn't stop to look at my mana sources. I do not have white. It would just make this guy play an extra mana. Do I have something that is, well, no. Yeah, that wouldn't even affect the plays. So it's fine. Because that comes in, then my next order of business is Containment Membrane for 3. I'm going to go ahead and enchant... Oh, shoot. Nope. I do not want to do that, because it doesn't untap. Boo is not tapped. I want to wait for Boo to be tapped. But then again, maybe I want to wait for Carnage Tyrant to be tapped, because Boo can just be sacrificed even if it is tapped. So that's probably also a good idea. Now, obviously, I just announced it to the board. Well, I wouldn't have said all the other stuff. They saw I have an enchantment membrane because I was stupid. So, I am trying to go fast, but I'm not even going to use that as a crutch and say, oh, I just messed up because I was going fast for you guys. No, that's the kind of stuff that I kind of screw up, which is, again, why we're practicing. All right, we're going to go to combat. We are going to swing both flyers at you. That is a total of 9 damage, 4 of which is commander. I do not have flyers, so that's going to make 8 commander damage and 9 total damage. So we are looking, that would make it down to 15 plus 1 for 16. Down to 16. Also, now here we are. At the beginning of my end step, if a source I control dealt 5 or more damage this turn, create a 4/4 dragon. Now, cool as that is, we're going to grab a 4 dice for our 4/4 dragon. The question begins, do I do that for each of them, or do I just do that because one? You know, because here's the thing. Normally, if it says, if one or more creatures deals damage to a player, draw a card. That means I draw 1 card, period. Whether 1 creature hits or 50 creatures hit. Now, this doesn't say that. It just says, if a source I control dealt 5 damage, create a 4/4. Okay, you know what? It's not even important because only one of them is 5. This is 4. Nobody's getting a buff, so it only creates 1. We're okay. But I do believe it would have created 2 if he was bigger, I think. Let me know in the comments if I'm right or wrong, or what you think. You can please source it. Like say, yo, here's the rules on Wizards of the Coast's website. They say you make 2, or they say you only make 1. Whatever. Okay, but that was a good damage hit. It's going to come cracking back, but I got 31 life. I think dragons might be able to pull this one off. We'll see. Pass turn. Untap. Untap. Draw. Do I have any lands to worry about? No. Again, I can destroy target lands and stuff, but that's really not super helpful right now. This could be, though, so we're going to tap 3 for a Sky Scanner. Enters the battlefield, I draw a card, which is good, but more importantly, it's a flyer. You know what we're going to do? Well, wait a second. What's our mana situation looking like? Right, so I need 6 mana to do that pump spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would only leave me 2. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that would only leave me 2, which is not enough to do much. Well, to do anything, really. Except that, I suppose. But I really want it to be, well, 1, 2, 3. It would pump everything by 3. That could be enough, and if I wait too long, because if I draw a dragon over there, and I get smacked, but I'm also going to take, I've got 1 flyer to block, right? That would take out to 5. So I'm still going to take 8 damage, which would leave me at 8. And if he plays a dragon, that's going to deal roughly at least 5 damage to me, and some dragons are even more, and I got plenty of mana over there. So he could conceivably kill me. So you know what? I don't think that is the right play. The correct play at this point in time is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clythos design. Creatures get +X, where X is the devotion to green. My devotion to green is 1, 2, 3. All creatures I have are getting +X. So they are now getting 3/3. Now this is interesting. Okay, he swung. There's only 1 blocker. This could be game. Quite simply, it could be game for him for sure. Because here's what I'm thinking. These are 1, 2, 3. These are 9 4/4s right off the bat. Okay. So if there was 10, that would be 30 damage. No, wait, what the heck am I saying? That'd be 40 damage. So 1 less than that would be 36. So we're looking at 36 damage. Am I stupid? Am I right? Wait. 10 4/4s is 40 damage. There's 9 3/3s. So yeah, I'm totally wrong with the math on that one. So, I know, oh dude, know your multiplication tables. Yeah, you know what, these numbers, I've always had some hiccups with the middle ones, with the 9s. Not gonna lie, I know it makes me look stupid. My apologies. Wait, why am I apologizing? Screw you guys! I'm stupid! Or I'm not stupid, who knows? But my point being, if it was 10 of them, it would be 40 damage. There's not 4, 9, 10, and then there's 9. So that takes 4 damage off, which, yeah, I'm right, 36, right? But then he's going to block 1, so that takes another 4 damage off, which is 32. So that is still lethal. I really hope I'm not super stupid with that. But that doesn't sound right to me. 9 times 4 is 36. And another 5. Oh yeah, because 9 times 5 is 45, right? Okay, I know. Oh my god, go back to elementary school. Yeah, whatever, you're right, I'm fine. So, okay. So that's actually pretty cool. We're going to go that. We're going to go to combat. Swinging all 9 plus Ordeal of the Mountain's Blaze at you. Carnage Tyrant at you. Let's see, because 3, 4, and then the 7, but these are all getting buffs. You could stack block, and I kind of want to do the direct damage on that one. So yeah, there we go. Oh, wait a second. I have 4. What's that 4 from? That is a 4/4 flyer. So that is an extra blocker. Haha. So these 2 get blocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 4s. So that would come down again from 32s to 28. 7 times 4 is 28. This would be, but that's still 4 there, and going back up by 4, so it still works, right? The problems we face in Magic. I think it still works. So yep, nothing you can do, block them, but you still take 32 damage, so you are dead. Wah, wah, wah. Crash, back, smash. So what have I got going on over here? So you were coming at me with a 10, 9. So I need 9 damage. Creatures are getting +3, so that's an 8 right there. I can actually, I probably want to do this one. Stack block with these 2. That's going to kill Carnage Tyrant. Nothing gets through. He's going to kill this one, though. So that means the buff goes away after damage is done. Oh, darn it. Don't screw up the visuals for you guys. No, it still looks okay. Good. Sorry about that. Again, my shoddy, unskilled rigging. I bumped it. So, okay. So this guy survives. That's destroyed. 2 of these, well, they are 4/4s. I'm blocking with a 4/4, so that dies. And then, yeah, so this one would die. Darn it. Keep hitting the stupid thing. Okay, and that's... So the nice thing is we got rid of Carnage Tyrant. So that's going to help. But we're not done yet, boys and girls. And everyone in between. Because we are going to main phase 2, and we are going to go ahead and minus this bad boy down to 3. Flinging Boo at your face. It is 3, 4, 5, 6 still, 7. So you are taking 7 damage. 4 off of that is to 30, and then 27. Boom. This goes away. But I get to draw 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I'm going to have to discard quite a bit, which is not fun. Did I play a land? That is important because I could play another land, but I don't know. Okay, you know what? It is clear that he only has 1 card in hand unless he gets a really good card draw spell out of nowhere. He's not going to be dumping a ton of creatures, so his mana isn't as relevant. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the destroy target land. I'm actually going to play this one. Boom, Dragon Fodder. Make 2 1/1 goblins because, hey, blockers. That's important. That probably isn't at this point, I guess. Probably keep a land, maybe that one. Get rid of Terramorphic Expanse. Sheltered Thicket at this point. 1, 2, 3. I want those. 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to get rid of 4 more. I don't think Bonder's Ornament's super important right now. I want these ones. Yeah, I probably should keep the land destructions. I definitely should keep that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still need to dump 1 more. I'm going to take the risk and get rid of Heroic Intervention, which gives him Hexproof and Indestructible. I think it's okay, but if he draws a good board wipe, which we know that deck has, that could be it. But I don't have any open mana for it, so it's not even a concern. Although I could have just not played the Goblin thing, and that would be a lesson, wouldn't it? So, all right, we're passing turn. The nice thing is he is defenseless and at 16. So we are untapping. We are drawing. It is not a board wipe, so that sucks. We're going to play a Terramorphic Expanse because I do need a dang mountain on the field here for some mana diversity so I can actually play some spells when they come up, theoretically. Okay, well, I guess we'll shuffle, I suppose. Don't want to take time because I know we're getting there, aren't we? Probably at an hour already. Doesn't feel like it, but... Alright, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice Command Sphere and I'm going to draw a card because, as we said before, that is what we need. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Sort of. Kind of. Yeah. We're going to swing in. We're going to swing in. What? A 1-1. So at 2-2. 4, 3, 4. So 8, 9, 10. Right? No other buffs, unfortunately. 10 damage. But hey, 10 damage. Yes, those are all tapped out, right? Because they swung. Yes. So nice. He's down to 6. That's doable. I'm at 27. This is interesting, guys, and kind of sad that Myr might pull off the win when it hasn't done crap. So that's real weird. But I'll have you know, that's kind of how, when I first started out, I would win because everyone else would be big dogs, become the threat, get taken out by each other, and then I would finally have a board state by the end and kind of like swing in and kill the last person. Thankfully, now my wins are a little better than that when I do win, but they're still rare, which is not cool. But hence the need for this series. So we're untapping, we're drawing. We're going to play Rockfall Vale comes in. I do have other lands. That's a good one. This is the one that says comes in tapped unless you control 2 or more lands. I do, so it comes in untapped. I'm going to tap it for Essence Warden. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield at all, I gain a life. That's also going to be important. So we're going to tap that green and this red for Goblin Anchromancer. He's a 2/2. He says each spell you cast that's red or green costs us 1 less to cast. He's a creature, so guess what? I gain a life. Boop, boop, comeback train. Oops. First of all, upkeep trigger that I totally missed. Boo, but that was before Essence Warden, so we don't get anything off of that. That's fine. Oh, yes, that is extremely important. 2 red and 2 others for Krenko. Darn it. Sorry, had to get a drink. So yeah, he's super important like right now. This is crazy. He's a 3/3, so I gain a life because a creature came in. But tap him, which I cannot do right now, but next turn tap him and create X 1/1 goblin creature tokens, where X is the number of goblins you control. Meh. I could double that amount of goblins. He would have been super helpful early in the game, but still might pull off the win, maybe, I don't know. All right, so what do I have left? I only have 2 mana left. It's both green, and unfortunately is not enough to do anything. We are going to go ahead and plus there. and dump 3 on here. Yeah, these are all tapped, unfortunately. So he is wide open. Probably gonna win, I guess, then, huh? But not attacking wouldn't have really helped, right? Because it would have only been 3 blockers. Now they are no longer getting a buff. And these 3 guys over here are summoning sickness, so they cannot help. But I don't know where this came from. Oh, that was dragons, so that's not necessary. Yeah, but we're going to swing with all of these and these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage. That, my friends, is a hefty smack in the face. So 10 and 5 is down to 12. This is ridiculous at how close this game is. Down to this weirdness. But yeah, I did that. There's no end step triggers. He is tapped though, as they all are, because they do not have vigilance. But I have 3 blockers now. So therein lies the quandary. He's within range for the most part, maybe. But not too much else we can do. So going ahead and pass. We're going to untap these bad boys. Draw. What do we got? Oh my goodness, of course I should have done that. But, again, what did I say? I forget. 1 and 2 for Arcane Signet. Not super helpful, but we're totally going to tap this white to play Swords to Plowshares on Kranko. Get that garbage out of here. You are not making a bajillion. Oh, but he does gain life equal to his power, which is upsetting. Because now he goes from 8 to 11. But now there's also 1 less blocker, so that helps a little bit. Now let's look at our cards. Do we have anything that can do some sort of freaking effect? Well, Ruins of Oran Reef is something we should have been utilizing up until now. Again, misplay a clock, gentlemen and ladies. Tap for putting a +1 counter on target colorless creature that entered the battlefield this time. It can only be 1, but I was only playing 1 at a time anyway. Let's see. Can't do anything with that. Nothing of importance. Okay, now I can do something about that, can't I? Or can I? Did I just use up my 1 white mana? Right? Yep. I mean, getting rid of Kranko was paramount. Oh, nope, Arcane Signet. Thank goodness that just came in. So we're going to tap 1, 2 white, and then tap for an extra, and then tap Sphere of Heliod to destroy target creature that dealt damage to you this time. We're blowing up. Well, do we even bother blowing up Mincin Boo? Because it just immediately comes right back to full strength. So it's not even a concern. So I guess just blow up one of these guys, even though it's a 1/1. It's less creatures coming at me. And we're talking about volume right now. So those are all tapped, but he does have these. Now this is a 2/2 in the air at this point. 3/2, no, 4/3, and a 4/3. So stack blocking could destroy 1, but 1 would get through, but then you're looking at 5 getting through, putting him right back down to 6. Okay. But let's flip that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 coming back. I can only stop, Okay, so block, block, and then block. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But that's trample. So yeah, I can't believe it. Mincin Boo is gonna. Well, actually, that's actually good. I would be a little disappointed if this poor showing from Mir actually ended up winning. But all right, yet again, what would you guys do? Would you swing out just to try and do some damage? I mean, you can't win. There's not enough buff spells on the field to hit the 11. But leaving them open to block is also sort of irrelevant because it's still going to get through. It's like, do you smack him in the face as you die, or do you just take the full damage? I myself like to smack him in the face as you die because screw that noise. I'm not going down like a punk. So I'm swinging him. Yeah, cool. I'm going to block, actually. Let's see. Can't block this one, so you are taking 2 damage for sure, down to 9. So that's something. This is for 3. I could stack block and destroy it, and then stack block and destroy it, so that next turn be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pump it up to, yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to stack block, destroy that. These are destroyed. We're going to stack block that. These are destroyed. That's destroyed. You took 2. Past turn. Don't even really need to worry about anything. It's a Ren's pack. Not super important. Pump. Pump to 6. Swing it. Deborda. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Bam! KO. And for match 2, everyone, your winner, Minsk and Boo. All right, so what did you think? How would you have done things differently? Where do you think some weaknesses are in the decks that could be fixed up? Any cards you think would go good in these decks? Leave some comments, let me know. And I hope you guys found this useful, helpful, entertaining, at least something. Go, oh my gosh, at least I'm better at Magic than that clown. You know, it's all just about learning and having some fun. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I hope you tune in again.